YouTube? It is your boy, All About The Sneakerz, back with another unboxing and review video for you guys. Now today, as you can tell from the thumbnail as well as the title of the video, that is correct guys, we're unboxing the House of Terror Vans collab Sk8-Hi The Shining. Now guys, if you haven't already, please go back and check out my Vans era video on the It variation of this horror collab, guys. It is a pretty dope shoe in my opinion. And I told you guys I will be bringing another one, which is what we have here today, the Sk8-Hi The Shining. Now if you guys aren't aware, Vans did recently release a horror pack of sneakers that contribute to 80s movies, and also there's a 70s movie as well, The Exorcist. But this is sort of a classic sort of collab in my opinion. I think it supersedes any other Halloween sneakers out there on the market. Not to say that some of the other Halloween sneakers are not fitting. It's just for me personally, and this is just my opinion, it reflects back onto my childhood, and I don't think anything can touch the horror genre like the movies did back in the 80s. When I go back and look at them now, of course, special effects and things like that aren't what they are now. Before its time, it was great, it was scary, and it was what I would consider the GOAT of horror movie era, 1980s. So I just gotta throw that out there. So I really think this is a dope collab, and I appreciate what Vans has done this Halloween season. However guys, if you're new to the channel, or if you're not, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and share button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on future release videos. Now with no further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, as you can see here, we have our shipping box in hand. Now there's personal information all over this box guys, so I don't want to display it too much. However, I did go ahead and bust this one open. I could not hold back. I was really eager to see the sneaker, and unfortunately I didn't get to completely unbox it in front of you guys, but who really cares about the shipping box? This one came directly from Vans, so Vans, big ups on the W on this one. I really appreciate it, as a lot of the sneakers did sell out before I could get my hands on some of the others. I am glad that I was able to get my hands on this one. All right guys, and here we have the shoe box, the House of Terror box, with the blood dripping down from the top down into the black area of the bottom of the box, and we get that House of Terror logo right there smack dab in the center. Very dope. On the top of the box, we get the red lid with the House of Terror and Vans co-branding. Very nice in my opinion. And on one side of the box, we get more of that blood dripping down, which actually goes completely around the box. More Vans branding, and also our size sticker, as well as the release date sticker right there, October 10th, 2021. Now my apologies, in the Vans era It video, I did say the wrong date. Looking in the camera, it was the reciprocal, it was backwards for me. So I did say October 1st on that date. Unfortunately guys, that is incorrect. It is October 10th. Couldn't go back and edit that out. So if you do check that video out, hey, don't hold me to it. However, let's see what we have under the lid. All right, flipping the lid up on this one, guys, as you can see, we do have our typical cardboard underneath, and we do get a little bit of black here on the inner lid. And as you can see, the little circle there, we do have a quality control sticker. It's always good to see a quality control sticker. It means that they actually took the time to quality inspect the shoes. Very much appreciated. However, I did notice some issues with this one, and we'll go over it here shortly once I get the shoe out. All right, flipping the tissue paper up, as you can see, we do have our House of Terror Vans co-branding on this sort of milky translucent tissue paper. And let's go ahead and get the shoe out. And there we have it guys, the Vans Sk8-Hi The Shining. A very clean and interesting shoe in my opinion. I love the horror theme of it. I love what's going on with the shoe, especially on the midsole and the upper. Let's go ahead and do a quick 360 on it. Alright guys, now they did release two variations of the Shining sneakers, one being this one and the other being a slip-on that actually had the twins from the Shining on the front of the shoes, or the top of the shoes should I say. Those are pretty dope. I'm not a big fan of the slip-on, but I do love how it plays into the movie a lot better than this one. This one is more like the Shining branding of the movie versus the actual characters, and I do like that one a lot more in that sense, but I do like this one better because it is a little bit more wearable in in my opinion, and it's also my favorite silhouette, the Sk8-Hi. However, let's go ahead and go over the shoe a little in depth, starting here with our outsole, guys. As you can see, we do get the typical Vans outsole for the Sk8-Hi in white rubber. Very, very nice in my opinion. That will get dirty, so if you do get a pair of these, be careful with the bottom portion of that. Once it gets brown, it is hard to get off, guys. However, as you can see right there, we do have that very handwritten text that I love oh so much. It gives it such an eerie feel, and it does say red rum, which is what the twins shouted in the movie. Red rum. Red rum. Very, very dope in my opinion, guys. Horror to the max right there on the midsole. Digging it a lot. And if you don't know, red rum spelled backwards is murder. So yeah, they really, really touched on it with that one right there. I love it. We also get that black strip just wrapping around the upper portion of the midsole. Now, what I did want to point out as far as when I mentioned quality control, for some reason, whenever you get Vans out the box, in most cases, if it has suede on it, this suede tends to off-put fibers onto the shoe in different areas, especially on the lighter areas such as the yellow and the white. And I noticed that a lot on this sneaker. Try to get a little close, but you can see it appears to be a little bit of dirtiness going on there. Really, it's just a bunch of the fibers from the suede in certain little areas here, and it's more visible on the medial side of the shoe, I would say. But it does kind of make the shoe look a little bit dirty on the lighter areas, and unfortunately, I mean, what can you say? The suede, the color migration is kind of starting to happen already before the shoe can be worn or even stored away. I'm pretty sure it get even worse storing the shoe away, but I did want to point that out, guys, because I did do a video on the Vans Sk8-Hi Bolt. Go check that video out if you get a chance, and you will see that I had a lot more discrepancies than what I got on this one here. That one did come from YCMC. This one came directly from Vans, so it's not a retailer issue, I would say. It's more manufacturer, but not likely their fault. But I think that they could really clean it up a little bit before the product actually touches the consumer. However, not a huge deal, but I did want to point that out, guys. But moving on up to the upper here, as you can see, we do get a very, very jet black suede. A nice low hair suede at that, but it feels really, really good and premium, not gonna cap. On up here to our mid panel, we do get a vibrant yellow. I'm digging that a lot. I love the yellow, and that is what makes me say that this shoe is more wearable than the other, because as long as you have something yellow and black, which is not hard to find, you can make this work out with a lot. You can even do black and white, because we have that in the shoe as well, and let the yellow in the shoe speak for itself. However, on this panel, we do get this canvas-like material that is typical to Vans, and we also get the shining branding all over it in a pattern. It does have text as well as a face there. Now, I'm not too sure what face that is. Personally, not going to even cap, guys. I've never seen the Shining movie. Me picking this shoe up was mainly to bring an unboxing to you guys on this Vans horror series, but I do love horror. It is my favorite genre. I did watch The Shining, bits and pieces of it several years ago, but never really got into it. And I'm not gonna even lie, guys, it is tough for me to watch movies from beginning to the end. I'm usually like this. Not long after the opening credits. It is crazy, man. I don't know why I can't stay up in movies, and when I did try to watch The Shining several years ago, that is what happened. I fell asleep. So guys, I really have to go refresh myself on this movie. Speaking on the face there, I'm not sure exactly where that came from, but I think it is very, very eerie looking and creepy, and I'm digging it a lot. It still screams horror in my opinion. Now right here going across this strip, which I call the Vans strip, not sure the exact name for that, but we do get a black strip here in leather. Now this is not the best grade of leather in my opinion, not the soft pushy leather that we get on some Vans. This feels more like an Air Jordan mid type of leather, so I feel like that could have been a little bit more premium, especially for a collab, but hey, it is what it is. Moving on to the rear here, we do get some more black suede, just like we got on the toe box as well as the eyelets. I love the Sk8-Hi and how high it goes up. It's a true high top sneaker, digging it a lot. But back to this mid panel, guys, we do get some black stitching as well as we get here going around the collar. But other than that, that pretty much wraps it up for the lateral side of the shoe. Moving along onto the medial side of the shoe, we get a very similar look that we got on the lateral side, actually an identical look, because we still do get that red rum wrapping around our midsole, as well as we get all of the same looks on the upper. But I'll get a little close on the midsole. How I mentioned, guys, you can see those black fibers from the suede on the midsole, and they don't just blow off real easy, so it does take some wiping, some scrubbing, some cleaning actually to get that off, and that is the unfortunate part about Vans sneakers. If you ever order some, guys, you may notice that. Some pairs may not, some pairs may. Unfortunately, I tend to get stuck with the ones that do have the fibers all over the place. Not extremely happy about it, but it is what it is. If you put the shoe on and you're walking around, nobody's gonna notice it. However, for me, it's a collector, so I like to keep it in the best condition initially, because we know over time things will start to happen. Taking a look at the shoe from the top down, as you can see, we do get the white midsole with the black strip, as well as that jet black suede. Very, very dope, going up our toe box with the black stitching, as well as our eyelets here. Now you can see a little bit of yellow piping going up the inner lining of the eye stay. Very nice. It does give it a nice hint of yellow, and that is actually coming from the inner lining of the shoe, so I'm digging that a lot. We also get black flat standard laces in place. As you know, they're never fully laced on Vans sneakers, at least on the Sk8-Hi, kind of like an Air Jordan 1. Digging that a lot. We also get more of that jet black suede going up our tongue, and then on up to the top of the tongue we do get a red Vans off the wall tag with black stitching. Digging that a lot. Just a nice contrast to the shoe, considering it is primarily black and yellow and then white on the midsole, but that red hint sets it off a lot. Moving on to the rear of the shoe, this is where it gets interesting. On the midsole we do get another one of those Vans off the wall tags in rubber, and they made that one red as well, which is typical for the Vans. I'm digging that a lot, guys. More contrast, more of a different color variation to blend well with the white, black, and yellow. However, right there in the middle of the shoe on the rear, we do get that room number 237. Now I'm pretty sure that is a significant staple in the movie, or sort of a symbol to the movie, because of the room that I'm sure Jack Nicholson may have stayed in. I'm honestly not too sure, guys. Don't let me get that wrong, but I believe it has to do with the room where the movie practically took place, the setting of the movie in room number 237. Again, comment below if you're a fan of The Shining and let me know all of this in the comments, guys. However, I do think that's a nice touch on the rear of the shoe. Very, very dope, as well as we get more of that black just going all the way up to the top rear of the shoe. All right, so I just pulled these out from inside of the shoe, had them tucked away prior to doing the review. I almost missed these actually, but you do see we get our co-branding tag, The Shining and Vans, as well as on the back we get the House of Terror Vans co-branding, and we also get our Vans off the wall hang tag. However, onto the interior of the shoe, we do get some black lining going around the ankle of the shoe, and that is in leather, and that leather is very nice and tumbled. It has a bit of a shine to it, but it does feel very good. Hopefully that doesn't rub up against your Achilles heel and make it raw and burn and things like that. So I would definitely wear some socks if I were you guys, but I don't think it's too bad because it feels like very soft leather. However, onto the insole, we do get a canvas insole, guys, with red painting, co-branding The Shining and Vans. Very, very dope in my opinion. It feels like some pretty decent padding in there. Probably not the most comfy padding, but it's good enough for a pair of Vans, I think. Now on the back of the tongue, we do get this sort of maze-like pattern in yellow and black, matching with the upper, lateral, and medial sides of the shoe. However, again, it's maze-like and not The Shining. Not sure what that plays into the movie, but I do like how this looks from the back. And then we also get some padded mesh here with our size tag. And then on the back of the tongue tag, we do get more of that red tag with black stitching, Vans brand. And last but not least, guys, onto the exterior of the shoe, or the outsole, should I say. We do get that waffle-like gum bottom with the white from the midsole just wrapping around the edges, which will get very dirty, just a heads up. But I do like the gum bottom waffle look. Now you do see this on a lot of Vans, guys. This is pretty much almost on every pair of Sk8-Hi. Color variation may change just a bit on some of the shoes, especially if you customize them, but this is typically what we get. Nothing new, nothing special, but I do dig it a lot. However, once again, you just saw right here on All About The Sneakerz, a House of Terror, Vans collab, Sk8-Hi, The Shining. Very, very dope sneaker in my opinion. Glad to have this one in the collection as a collector's item. Not sure if I'll be rocking any of these sneakers. I do have black and orange sneakers that I would prefer to rock for Halloween. For me, this is a bit of nostalgia, a bit of history, and I'm glad that Vans did this collab for my favorite genre, the horror genre, guys. So these will be staying on ice. If you copped a pair of these, guys, comment below and let me know. Or if you got any of the other variations in the pack, I would like to know that as well, because I think it is a very dope pack from Vans. Vans, big ups, kudos to you guys. However, again, if you're new to the channel, or if you're not, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and share button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on future release videos. Now, when you get a chance, head over to IG and follow me at All About The Sneakerz, spelled exactly the way it is here on the channel, with a Z on the end instead of an S. I want to thank you all as always for watching, tuning in, subscribing, doing all of that good stuff, guys. I really, really appreciate it. However, that is all I have for you guys today on this episode. Until the next episode, keep keeping it all about the sneakers. Once again, it is your boy, All About The Sneakerz, signing off. Until the next episode, I will catch you guys later. Salute, I'm out.